Kindles, iPads, and online subscriptions to local newspapers and magazines, it's never been easier to access a great piece of reading material. But the advance in technology doesn't make local libraries any less important. In fact, the city of Litchfield has built a brand new library facility, leaving the aptly named Library Park that it called home for more than 100 years. Today, let's take a tour of the new building and get a first look at what the new facility has to offer. Right now, I'm pleased to be joined by Sara Zumwalt, who is the Library Director with the new Litchfield Library. Actually, you've been Library Director with the other library as well, but thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for asking.
So, first thing I want to ask you is, why the new building?
Our building was so crowded at the other place. We were pulling books all the time because we didn't have room. We weren't truly handicap accessible. We could get handicapped people in the building, but not necessarily to all floors. The electrical system wasn't conducive to the number of computers that we have now. It was great 20 years ago before we had 12 computers, 20 computers. We just keep adding. And we just really needed more space for programming and books and all that stuff. So.
Sure. For years, the library was located at the aptly named Library Park. In fact, I think it was, more than 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
Why this location specifically?
Well, this location is close to the soccer fields, it's close to the pool, the community center, so it kind of is starting to become a community activity. We looked everywhere for property. Property is not easy to find in Litchfield, and Ross Lay was nice enough to sell us these 3 acres after looking everywhere, and we just decided this was on the main road and we'd take it.
We're getting things put together a little bit, but are you pleased with the way it's coming so far?
I really am. The space is just amazing. We have empty space for the first time ever in our library. I mean, ever. We actually have floor space that doesn't have something on it. Our children's library is not quite as big as it was, but we still have enough room for all of the things we had before. We have definitely more room for our audios and our adult fiction. There's plenty of room for everything now.
All right. Can we see a few rooms?
Absolutely.
So the first room we're actually looking at is the computer lab, and it's coming along pretty well. Is it finished?
It is not quite finished. We had 10 public computers. We had one that died, so I have to replace computers, and we'll have 11 public PCs. They're all in a row. We've never had that before. They've been spread out all over the library. And then we'll be able to hold classes like how to get an email address, how to use Word, and we have a blank wall back there that we'll be able to use to project PowerPoint presentations on. So it's getting there.
Sure. Obviously, it's a new facility and everything, which means new room. Is there anything new specific in the building?
Well, being able to do classes is one thing because we've never been able to have that many computers in one spot. We're also trying to upgrade our internet speed so that they're a little bit quicker. We're actually doubling our internet speed from what we were at the Carnegie. So
wow.
Much faster computers.
It looks like Stax has found a home here as well, just in the entire building.
She is perfectly comfortable now. It was a little scary the first couple days, but she's found her place now.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at other places as well.
Cool.
Here we are in one of the, well, I don't know what exactly you would call this, the main wing of the library, I guess. You would know better than I, but you've got a lot of space, as you mentioned.
We do. This whole area is empty. We've never had this much empty space ever. This is our nonfiction room and also our fiction and young adult books. So just about 2/3 of our books are in this area. We incorporated our nonfiction together, so children's and adult nonfiction are housed together. It's kind of the way libraries are going now, and it saved us a lot of space. So they're all along the wall, and then the middle section is adult fiction, and then our YA shelves are right up here up front. So,
and obviously we're located next to some areas of doors over on that side. Are those going to be considered kind of the main doors?
Right, those are the main doors. The door we've been using right now is just the back door. It's the only one we have open for staff, but we will have those open.
The doors will kind of open right into the nonfiction area, kind of. I mean, there's other rooms as well, but...
Right, that's kind of the first place you'll see is all these books. It draws your attention, and then some people don't even realize the children's library is over there till they head that way.
All right, well, let's see what else the library has to offer. actually, Sarah, as you said, we are in a room that the other library building did not have, and this is something you guys are excited about.
Yes, this is one of 2 small study rooms that we have. They're also able to be used for music rooms. We had at the old library a drum student and a trombone student that would come to do lessons, and it got a little loud. So these walls have a little bit of extra insulation that keeps them. They're not soundproof, but they're a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more soundproof.
Right.
But we also have a grief counselor that comes once a month, and just people who need to have a small space to study. So we have 2 of these rooms available, and they're just really nice, a nice change from not having any privacy at all.
Sure.
So.
They're located kind of at the back of the back of this area as well, so that'll work to its advantage as well.
Right, it'll be definitely quieter back here than it will be in the rest of the building. So
That's pretty cool. I gotta say, I didn't notice that there wasn't one of these at the other building, and this kind of a nice touch to have.
we had a big meeting room for the board. It had 10 chairs, but that was only one, and sometimes we were double booked and we had to move people to genealogy, and if there were people in there, then we had to move them downstairs, and it was just a big process. So
Sure.
this is much better.
Sure. Well, let's see what else we have here at the
Alright.
library. And here we are in the genealogy room, is what it is?
Correct. This is our local history and genealogy room. We have newspapers on microfilm, or I'm sorry, on computer. They used to be on microfilm. Cemetery records on microfilm. All the Lyco High yearbooks are digitized. Plus, we have a lot of local history books, and you can see that they're all in boxes still. This is hasn't even been touched yet. So, but it'll have 2 computers and a workspace and a copy machine.
Well, it's an inside look at the process. I mean, obviously the library's not done, so.
We're working on it. We're working on it. But this is a little bit smaller than what we had before, but we were able to weed some of the things that we had duplicates of, so we don't need as much space.
And there you have it, the brand new Litchfield Library facility located on South State Street across the street from the community center. Make sure you stop by because what you saw on here does not do it justice. This is David Jenkins reminding you that you saw it here on the radio first.